Thank you. Lieutenant Governor Lamb, statewide elected officials, Speaker McCall, President Pro Tem Schultz, members of the court, honorable senators and representatives, cabinet members, our tribal leaders, guests, and citizens of the state of Oklahoma. It is my pleasure to be here with you today as we discuss the state of our state. I'm joined today by my husband, Wade Christensen, and our wonderful children, Christina and Adam, and our daughter-in-law, Elizabeth, and other family members. Welcome, guys. I look forward to working with our new legislative leaders, Pro Tem Schultz and Speaker McCall, and continue to work with our Senate Minority Leader Sparks and House Minority Leader Inman. And I want to thank our legislators for all your dedication, your commitment to better government. I especially appreciate the second bond issue enacted last year to renovate this wonderful, irreplaceable building in which we now gather. You might have heard a little bit of construction noise. I asked if they'd mind to stop while I gave my speech today. We will celebrate its 100th birthday on June 30th, and we have planned a great celebration for it. Well, this is my 7th year I've had the pleasure of delivering the State of the State message, and we have accomplished a lot. And I plan to be just as productive in my remaining 2 years. In a book on leadership by Stan Toller, it is written, "Great leaders are never satisfied with the current levels of performance. They are relentlessly driven by possibilities and potential achievement. Those who try to do something and fail are infinitely better than those who do nothing and succeed." Today I want to talk about what we can accomplish to give hope to our state and to chart a course for a better future. There is no question that the dramatic downturn in our energy sector and an increased loss in our sales tax revenue from online shopping the last couple of years has affected both our state and both our private and public sectors. But we are a resilient state, made of strong people with a long, proud history of facing challenges head-on and coming out in a better place. We love our families and strive to improve our economy. We are patriotic and respect our law enforcement officers and veterans. We value our freedoms and our liberties. In preparing this speech, I thought about our strengths, which I just mentioned, along with our weaknesses, our opportunities, and our threats. Oklahoma will continue to struggle if we don't fix our structural deficits in our budget. A well-respected CEO of American Express, Ken Chenault, is fond of paraphrasing a quote attributed to Napoleon. "Leaders define reality and provide hope." So, as our state's top leaders, let's focus on the reality of our state budget deficit. To start, for decades, we've attempted to balance our budget for too long with the use of one-time funding resources. We cannot afford to pass another budget using a large amount of non-recurring revenue. It is important to provide sufficient revenues to meet the basic responsibility our government owes its citizens. And here they are: educating our children, ensuring health and public safety for our people, and preserving and improving our infrastructure. Now, no one can argue that these are not fundamental state services, and our ability to provide them to Oklahomans reliably and efficiently is not cutting it. Government in and of itself does not create jobs, but it should provide the right environment to grow the economy through a free market system unfettered by burdensome regulations. It is our responsibility to prepare a plan and a workable budget for long-term solutions to the challenges that our state faces. We must deliver services that work for the people and put people over politics. Now, go right ahead. But let's face it, the continued uncertainty of our budget affects not only the services we provide to our citizens, but it also affects the effectiveness of our government. So let's work together to get the job done to ensure the best outcomes for our people. Now, to do so, we need to invest in Oklahoma's future. So what do we do about it? Well, today I'm proposing a series of bold reforms to stabilize our state regarding both our recurring revenue and repairing the structural deficit of our budget. We must put Oklahoma on a solid foundation for its future. This proposal represents a modernization of Oklahoma tax laws that will ensure new growth in years to come so that we will have the flexibility to prioritize our spending on new emerging needs. This plan eliminates the most regressive tax on the books today, the state sales tax on groceries. This will benefit all Oklahomans. Eliminating the state sales tax on groceries is expected to result in an annual savings somewhere between $350 to $676 for a family of 4. It also gets rid of one of the most volatile sources of revenue, the corporate income tax. It will work to reduce the paperwork and the red tape burden of many small businesses in our state and boost economic development. Eliminating this tax provides more transparency, as it also eliminates the need for this legislature to pick winners and losers with specific tax credits. Third, sales tax modernization. For many decades, when the legislature first contemplated the sales tax laws to boost revenues. We did complicate it too, by the way. You know, sometimes it comes out what you're really thinking on your mind. Right, judges? Justices? All right, let's start that back again. Oh, goodness. For many decades ago, when the legislature first contemplated the sales tax laws to boost revenues, the economy depended upon the manufacture and sale of goods. As the economy in the United States has shifted from a manufacturing-based economy to a service-based economy, the way we impose taxes and collect revenue no longer reflects our current economy, but instead an outdated system that has not changed much since its inception. So by expanding the sales tax base, this allows us to eliminate the state sales tax on groceries and the corporate income tax, and it may be possible in the future to further lower the sales tax rate. To improve the health of our state, I'm also again asking you to raise our cigarette tax. Smoking